In this episode, I talk about 3 requirements, technically 2, necessary for all entrepreneurs. So first, let's go over the number one thing that all entrepreneurs have to have. And I think this is super important because I get asked a lot of questions. When did you know it was time for you to start your own business? When did you know and feel that you were destined to do something different within the scope of where you were training and do your own thing? So I think the most common held belief is that you not just want to do it different, but that you don't feel that working under somebody is a good idea. In your head, somehow, some way, you have it that working under somebody feels like it's just smothering you. So I think the biggest thing there is that you feel smothered, you feel contained, and you want to grow. And for a lot of times we're working in big companies, and I did it, but working in big companies, it's very difficult to feel like you can grow and you can make a difference. And I think when you're doing your own thing and you're an entrepreneur, you really get that sense of ownership, that sense of contributions to yourself, and to make things different. So you can really make a difference however you want. So you really have that creative power. Now, the 2 entrepreneurial requirements that I wanted to talk about today that I think are the most important are passion and curiosity. I think for the first one, passion is without a doubt the most required, because you really, if you're going to do something for 60, 70 hours a week, you gotta like doing it. I'm sorry, but you have to like it. And actually, I take that back. You have to love it. You really, really have to love it. And I think for so many people, the tie-in with the second most important thing isn't there. So this is where it comes into curiosity. And for me, I like that quote by Albert Einstein. I am not brilliant, but I am just passionately curious. And obviously, it works well in this content here or context here. But I think for somebody that smart to say that, that they're just curious. They're so aware that they don't know what they haven't discovered yet, and they know that the more that they play the game, the more that they're invested in their own learning and continuously learning, the more that they're going to discover. And so I think that's why I talk about this all the time, about me trying new workouts, me trying cardio, me trying kettlebells, me trying different arrangements. It makes such a big difference for me and for other people to be super curious and to just keep trying new things. You never know what you're going to discover. And so many times I've been like, you feel that where? And I'm like, oh, let me try that. Let me try that option. And I think, so just using those 2, both the passion and being curious, and then ultimately passionately curious. I mean, such a great quote. And using that to your advantage. So, if you bring the curiosity, you're going to solve a problem you didn't know you have. And if you're passionate, you're going to have the consistency, and you won't feel necessarily like you're working. So, that other quote, if you find a job you love, you won't have to work a day in your life. I think that applies here. I think there are certain days when you're going to be more tired than others, but the hustle and the grind is real. So, keep that train of thought, passionately curious, and take that with you this week. I highly urge you to think about that, and hope you have a great week. Coming back rest of the week for more.